A heartwarming story of a strong calf's farm on Grandpa's farm lived a little yellow ox, and everyone called him Guang. He had a coat of short golden fur, like a small blanket woven by sunlight. His 4 legs were as strong as small pillars, and he walked steadily. He also had a pair of tiny ox horns, which felt soft, not yet stiff. Zhuang is strong but has a particularly gentle personality. All the little animals on the farm like to play with him. Even the newly hatched chicks dare to jump onto his back to bask in the sun. That early morning, Zhuangguang had just finished gnawing at the tender grass on the meadow when he heard the sound of panting. It was the old goat Grandpa from the farm. He was about to move the bamboo basket full of carrots to the warehouse, but the basket was too heavy and he was so tired that he kept wagging his tail after just a few steps. Zhuangguang hurried over, gently pressed his head against the bamboo basket and mooed at Grandpa Old Goat, as if saying, "Grandpa, I'll push it for you." He walked slowly with a bamboo basket on his head, his 4 legs firmly on the ground, not swaying at all. Grandpa Old Goat followed beside him, smiling and saying, "Zhuangguang is such a good child, more reliable than my little cart." In the morning, as the sun gradually rose, the chicks on the farm were playing the Find Bugs game in the yard. Suddenly, they noticed a hole in the roof of the chicken coop. If it rained, the eggs in the coop would surely get wet. The cookers were buzzing anxiously around the chicken coop, but they were too weak to move the dry grass needed to repair the roof at all. Zhuang heard the cry and rushed over. He picked up the hay bale on the ground with his mouth and slowly carried it to the chicken coop. He also helped the cookers spread the hay on the hole. The gurus pecked at the corn kernels on the ground at Zhuang and said, "Zhuang, this is for you to eat. Thank you for helping us repair the chicken coop." At noon, my neighbor's little brother Dodo came to the farm to play. He wanted to ride the little wooden horse, but the wooden horse on the farm broke down. Seeing Dodo's disappointed look, Zhuang quickly walked up to her, slowly knelt down on her front legs, and let out a moo at Dodo. Grandpa smiled and said, "Dodo, Zhuang asked you to ride on its back. It will walk very slowly." Dudu carefully climbed onto Zhuang's back. Zhuang slowly stood up and walked steadily around the grass. Dudu put her arm round Zhuang's neck and laughed. Zhuang's back is even more comfortable than a little wooden horse. In the afternoon, dark clouds suddenly drifted from the sky, and it seemed that it was about to rain. The wheat that Grandpa dried in the yard hasn't been brought back to the barn yet. If it gets wet by the rain, it will sprout. Zhuang hurriedly ran to the pile of rice, blocking the wind blowing towards it with his body. He also mooed at his grandpa's house, reminding him to come and harvest the wheat quickly. When Grandpa heard this, he quickly ran out with tools. Zhuang even helped to push the scattered wheat grains into the pile with his nose. Just as the wheat was harvested into the barn, raindrops began to fall with a drip-drip sound. Grandpa stroked Zhuang's head and said, "Thanks to Zhuang, otherwise all this wheat would have been wasted." In the evening, the setting sun dyed the farm orange red. Zhuang was lying on the grass, surrounded by Grandpa Old Goat, the gurus, and Dut. Everyone was sharing the green grass cookies and carrot sticks given by Grandpa. Zhuang was chewing the sweet carrot, looking at the smiling faces of his friends, with his tail gently swaying, feeling warm in his heart. Suddenly he felt that his strength was not only for walking and eating grass, but also for helping Grandpa Old Goat carry things, helping the cuckoos repair the chicken coop, taking Doo to play, and reminding Grandpa to harvest the wheat. It was much happier than eating grass alone on the grassland. It turns out that even a tiny calf can, with its own strength and gentleness, become a little guard on the farm, bringing safety and happiness to every friend. But when the moon rose, Zhuang was still walking slowly on the grass. His golden fur sparkled gently in the moonlight like a moving little piece of gold. The farm is quiet, with only the chirping of insects and the rustling of the wheat stalks in the wind. Thanks to Zhuang, this farm has become increasingly lively and warm. Such days are sweeter than tender grass and more reassuring than strong calves.